Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Victoria and today we are going to be doing my June wrap up of all the books that I read. And I read, I believe, 10 books in June, which is actually pretty good. Usually I do like 8 to 9, so I did a little bit more than what I usually do. And for my first book I did was The Stardust Thief. I can't remember the author. The Stardust Thief. Read that for my book club, and this was probably the lowest rated book of the month, but it's only because I was like forced to read it for book club and I didn't pick it up on my own. I feel like I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I had waited to be in the mood for it, because I wasn't really in the mood. There was too many other books I was more excited for, so that's why. But it sounds like a really cool concept, and I feel like if I had been in the mood and chosen it myself, I would have really enjoyed it. But this one takes place, it gives me like Aladdin vibes ish, but with like trinkets and stuff that can get you to do magic and stuff. I don't know how to explain it. The next book I read was Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. This one was really fun. I quite enjoyed this one. Rue, and I think, is his name Eli? Rue is just so awkward and like quirky, and like she doesn't like dogs, but then by the end of it she loves dogs. It's cute. It's fun. And Eli is great too. Pretty much similar vibes. This one does have a lot of spicy scenes, and like they meet on a dating app, and yeah, but it was cute, and it's typical, like, you know, they're all smart. They're smart main characters, and he does hockey, I believe, and then she does figure skating. Like, there's something goes on. I kind of like also how the conflict here isn't necessarily with the couple, like the two main male, like the main male character and the main female character. It's not really that. It's more like friendship-based conflict. And I also love how Eli is, I think it's more of like, you know, like he falls first. It was good. I quite enjoyed it. Alright, so that was, I think, my 5th Ali Hazelwood book. I'm quite enjoying her books, but I feel like I need to space them out because they are, I mean, the last few that I've read are quite different, but like the original 3, I guess, were very much like copy-paste with a couple different, like with a little bit of differences, but I'm enjoying it. And I read another one of her books this month as well. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, and then next I read Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. I really loved this. I loved getting the different character, like more character perspectives, because in the first 2 I think we just have Bree's perspective. Selwyn isn't in this one as much, which I was kind of sad about, but from the ending I feel like he's going to be more prominent in the next one, so I'm excited for that. I hope it comes soon, because I'm pretty sure we waited 2 or 3 years for this one, which is a long time, but it's okay. If it gives us another good book, like, this thing is huge. But yeah, so this one is just continuing. This is the 3rd book in the series, in the Legendborn series. So I'm all caught up on a series. That is great. Check that off my list. So this one is, again, just following Bree and her. See, I don't want to say too much, but pretty much this is like they're going after demons and demon hunters kind of stuff, and also with the King Arthur legend background with some Black history in it. I love this. I quite enjoy this series, and I can't wait to continue on. Woo! Alright, and then I read Sweet Obsession by Katie Robert. This is the 8th book in the series, so again, I'm all caught up on this. Although I think the 9th one comes out later this year, as well as the 10th one, or maybe the 10th one comes out early 2026. But these ones are always fun. This is the Dark Olympus series, so it's, Greek mythology kind of retellings, but still, like, it still has the realm of like Olympus City, and then there's like the the Undercity kind of thing, resembling like the underworld where Hades and Persephone lives. This one was, who was this? Poseidon. This had Poseidon and what's his name? Poseidon? Oh, I don't know. The other Poseidon? Okay, Poseidon. Who's the other guy? Icarus. Poseidon and Icarus. So it was a male-male romance. It was wonderful. I loved it. Okay, love is a strong word. I liked it. I feel like I read it quickly, so it was kind of like done and over with quite fast. They're enjoyable stories though. I quite enjoyed them. I feel like the first 4 are amazing, and then the rest are just kind of like just reading them to read the story. But I find that each of them kind of have a different like kink, or like it goes over like a certain like a kink or something like that. This one was pretty, I don't know what the word is, average, I guess. Like it's a normal kink, I guess, but it's interesting. Like, and I think the storyline is continuing on too, which is kind of cool. But it was fun. It wasn't my favorite one of the series, but it was still a fun, easy read. A little spicy, actually quite spicy, so that's always great. I feel like it wasn't as spicy as the other ones though. This one was a little bit more plot driven. But anyway, it was a fun ride. Okay. And then the next book I read, which was, I think this is a first time me reading a book by this author, and this is Shield of Sparrows by Debney Perry. And this is, no, it's not YA, because there's, I think, some spicy scenes there. Okay, first of all, look at this book. Can we just take a moment for the beauty? Like, oh my gosh, look at these end papers. This is gorgeous. This might be one of my most prettiest books on my shelf. This one, how do I explain this? Okay, I'm gonna read the back. Being the sparrow isn't an honor, it's a trap. So pretty much, ooh. What's it say? I don't want to spoil anything. I'm just gonna read the first paragraph. If you're not terrified, you're doing it wrong. Long ago, the gods unleashed monsters upon the 5 kingdoms of Calandra to remind us that humans are insignificant, that we must pray to the gods for mercy throughout our fragile, fleeting lives. That doesn't get you to read this book. I don't know what will. But I think oh crap, what is her name? Why do I always forget the people's names? Olivia? I can't remember the person's name. I don't think it's Olivia. What is your name? Anyway, our main female character, it's like marriage of convenience kind of thing. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, the twists in here, there's like one I kind of saw. I was like, oh yeah, no. I knew it. I think I like tabbed like the one spot I tabbed. What did I say? I knew it. Hee hee. Yeah, that's pretty much. Anyway, I knew it. I called it. It was great. I love this. This is kind of a little bit more of like slow progression, and then like the last few chapters are where all like crazy drama happens, and there's like throughout the whole entire book there's a lot of stuff going on, and it kept me engaged and I kept wanting to read it. I didn't want to put it down. But yeah, so it's kind of a little slow in the beginning, and there's a little bit of mystery of like what's going on, and obviously our main character is kept in the dark because I don't want to say too much. But anyway, it was really good. Sparrow is like the pretty much what that is. It's a deal where like 2 kingdoms, like one kingdom will have a princess and she gets married off to somebody else as like as the sparrow. So it kind of joins their 2 houses together kind of thing. And neither of them are allowed to kill each other or their family, or Like they can be put to death kind of thing. I think there's more to it, but I can't remember. And pretty much her main character is the Sparrow when she didn't want to be. Also, I don't know, nobody else has talked about this, but there is like a child character in this. I thought I was gonna hate it as soon as the child came up. I was like, oh no. But it was fun. It was good. It was cute. Not cute. It was entertaining, and I loved it. Honestly, I think Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte read this, and I immediately added it to my list. And now it's done. I just can't get over how pretty it is. Like, look at that sword. Oh, yes. Okay. Amazing. I think I gave this 5 out of 5. This was great. And then I read Little Stranger. Oh, those 3, I think, were on my TBR for June. And happy to report, I completed my TBR for June. So that's awesome. There's a little struggle there in the end, but I'll explain why in a minute. Yeah, so I read Little Stranger, which was also on my TBR that I had pulled out of my jar. This one, I really loved. This, I kind of wish we had more of a background of Malachi, and how come I can never remember the female character's name? I can remember the guy's name, the main male character's name, but I can't remember the female main character's name for the life of me. Olivia? No. What the heck is her name? Yes, it is Olivia. This is the one who had Olivia. Olivia? No. Anyway, so Olivia and Malachi, they are foster siblings. Okay? Malachi loves Olivia. Okay? And he's mute. He's a mute. He doesn't speak. He hasn't spoken since he was 5 because they both came from like traumatic households, even though the household they're in right now isn't super, it's not completely trauma free. But anyway, so this actually has kind of like 2 parts. Like you have like when they're, I think 18, and I think he's supposed to be 19 or 20. And okay, at first, like reading this first half here, I was like, what the hell? I listened to it. I was like, what the hell am I listening to? Like, what the heck? Like, wow, that was insane. And then we get into the second half, and it's mostly in Malachi's perspective. Now, the plot isn't amazing. Like, I feel like we were missing something. Especially like I kind of want a prequel. I want to know what their lives, like what Malachi and Olivia's lives were like before they came into this house and became siblings. And kind of like, I want one of each. I want one, I guess, yeah. Anyway, so I kind of want a prequel of their lives of before they came into this household, because now they're like with a rich family. But holy crap. The voice actor for Malachi, amazing. Like 10 out of 10. So freaking good. I loved his voice acting. It was so good. I don't know. Can I see who it is? Oh, don't play it. Joe Arden, of course. He's so good. Him and I think Timothy Hamilton? Yeah, those 2 are like my top tier. But yeah, the audiobook, wow, so good. I feel like I liked I just like the voice actor more than the actual book itself. But I think I still gave it like 4 stars. It was good. If you like dark, there is a spider scene. No, not like in that way, but like it's on her kind of way. So if you don't like spiders, be aware of that. But that's where like the TikToks, honestly, the TikTok sound is where he sings like the itsy bitsy spider in her ear. I don't know if you've heard it on TikTok, but honestly, that's what made me want to listen to this book. And he just does like the manic character so well, especially through audio. He just sounds crazy in like the best, hottest way possible. Okay, amazing. Next. And then I read my next Ali Hazelwood. So this one I believe came out in June as well. So I read this right away. I quite enjoyed this because this is age gap. I believe there's like a 15-year age gap difference. Obviously she's out of high school. I think she's 25 during this book, I think, something like that. And I remember loving this. This was great. I haven't written any of my little reviews for these yet, so I really need to get on that. And I should stop postponing them until the end of the month and do them as I finish them, because clearly my memory sucks. But this one actually takes place in Italy as well, because different characters are getting married. This is like a companion, like kind of after Not in Love. So this is like book 2. If you don't really like, if you are reading this, you're kind of gonna get spoiled for book 1. But I mean, come on, it's a romance book with the 2 main characters. Of course they're gonna get together. Like, how could they not? It's just about the journey of them getting there. So this was great. Maya Kilgore is 23 and still in the process of figuring out her life. Okay, she's 23. Never mind. Connor Harkness is 38, and Maya cannot stop thinking about him. Pretty much, like, she's in love, has been in love for a while, and he's like, no, we can't do this. So that's majority of the book until, you know, there's a lot of other things that happen where it just makes it a fun ride. And Maya is such a fun character to read. She's so like outgoing. It's like a complete opposite of what Rue was in the Not in Love book. So this one was fun. She's very quirky and confident, I guess, and just like doesn't care about being herself, which is great. And I love that. So this one was awesome as well. Quite enjoyed. Good read. Also a new read. Done. Also off my TBR list. Ooh, okay. And then next, I read Caught Up by Navessa Allen. Oh, I love this. I love Lights Out. I loved this. Nico is amazing. I think like there's there's TikTok sounds where it's like, oh, do you want Masked Man or Biker Man? And then it's like the 2 guys from that movie where it's like, both. That's me. This was great. I love Nico. I loved the character growth in this as well. Our main girl, Lauren, aka Lo, she is a cam girl, so she's videos and stuff for the internet and her fans and stuff. So like an OnlyFans kind of worker, but she's also raising awareness and kind of getting rights for people that work in that industry as well, because it is a job, and she thinks they should have same rights for, like, if anything bad happens kind of thing, just like somebody would in like an office setting. So she does a lot of like raising awareness and that as well. And she also owns like a club where you can go and watch and participate if you so wish. But this was so good. I'm obsessed. I love this. I want to reread these already. Like, I still need to reread Lights Out, but this was so much fun. I want to reread them and tab them. Just this, what it says here, get on your knees and pray. Like, so good. Both main characters, I believe, are Italian as well, so it's fun. I'm Italian. I don't know if anybody knew, like, not sure if you knew that, but I'm Italian, so it was fun to read about 2 Italian characters as well. Don't know why I haven't done more of that, but I like to branch out some. Yes. But yeah, I loved these 2. I loved both of the characters in this as well. Like, both of them have some good growth. And Nico with his family, because it's very much like the classic Italian Catholic family. So him kind of like standing up to his dad and stuff like that. And yeah, it was really good. I loved it. Great spice. Love it. So many funny moments as well. So hilarious. Anyway, yeah. And then next, I read Silver Elite, which, I just realized I started 2 new series as well with. So this one was really good. I quite enjoyed it. It's not quite a 5-star for me. It's a little, not quite a 5-star, but definitely like a 4.5 maybe. Pretty much the back says, "My name is Ren Darlington. I've been hiding who I am my entire life. Today will be no different." Also, I think like we find out the little twist in like the 50 chapters, like in the 50s, and I called it from like I think chapter 23 or something. I knew it. I was like, it was great. That like the last half of this was so much more, was fun and entertaining. Honestly, the whole thing was entertaining. I quite enjoyed it, not gonna lie. I had a fun time. I love fantasy, or I guess this is dystopian actually. I think this is classified as dystopian, which I don't read too much of, but I'm glad I did. I loved this. I can't wait to see what happens next. I feel like something in here progressed a little faster than anticipated, especially if this is going to be a series. But I'm intrigued to see where this goes. Great. And then I finished the 2 books that were super hyped on TikTok. That's great. I quite enjoyed them personally, at least. Okay, and then last but not least, and also last but not least on my June TBR, I finished One Golden Summer, and I chose it where I actually had to physically read this. So this is the book I physically read. All the other ones that I just talked about, I listened to. So this one, I physically read. I think I listened to 2 chapters because I was in the car. And I think originally I gave this like a 3.75, but I think I'm gonna do a 4 because I like have a bunch of tabs. I've like marked a couple pages and whatnot, so I think I quite enjoyed this. I love this. This made me want to be by a lake. I want a lake house so bad. This just gave me like lake vibes. I think this is Canadian. This is Canadian as well. It takes place in Toronto, or like Barry's Bay, I believe is the place. But Alice and Charlie, this is actually like the second book because it mentions some things from I think her first debut book, which I bought yesterday because I kind of want to read Percy and Sam, I think, their perspective. So that is this one, Every Summer After. So this one is kind of comes first because this was her debut, and then this talks about, I guess, characters that are in here, or at least characters in here are like these 2 main characters. So that'll be interesting to see. I do know of this book, like at the back here it says, "One moment to fall apart." Like she makes like a giant mistake. I know what the mistake is because it's mentioned in here. So, but I don't care. I want to know what their story is because I like her name is Persephone? Persephone? No. And then they call her Percy for short. I don't know why that's sounding weird to me. But yeah, I had a great time reading this. I think I read this in a couple days. Like 2 days or so. And why I said that like it was pretty close because I finished this June 30th, like late at night. Like technically I finished it at 1 a.m. July 1st. But I'm counting it as I finished it in June because I hadn't gone to bed yet. So the day wasn't over for me. Okay, it was still June 30th. Yeah. But yeah, so this one was actually fun. I quite enjoyed physically reading it. I do find that when I physically read though, I find the mistakes and like grammar errors or spelling errors a lot easier because obviously you're seeing it on the page and like when you're listening to it, they're going to edit that out and not say it kind of thing. So that's what I noticed with the 2 books that I physically read so far is I notice the mistakes more often. And yes, there was a couple in here, but again, oh well. But yeah, this was fun. This was actually my first Carly Fortune book as well, which I quite enjoyed it. I clearly gonna be reading another one from her. I'm gonna go from her most recent to her first one she came out with. So I'll see how that one goes, but I'm excited to see the story of them. This one follows Alice and Charlie, like I said, I think. And I think Alice's grandmother has to get like a hip replacement, and so she's really bummed out. So Alice takes her to the cottage that they used to go to every summer when she was a teenager. She's 32 now, gonna be turning 33 during this summer, which is actually kind of nice because I'm 32 and it's nice to read about a character who's my age. sometimes at least. So this is great. Charlie kind of annoys me though with him holding back and like kind of keeping a secret from her, which really annoys me. Again, it's the whole thing of when a man decides what's best for the woman. I hate when that happens in books because it's just like, well, you don't know. Let me decide for myself. Hello. But anyway, so pretty much she goes to the lake house, and Charlie's the one that's doing a bunch of different household work on the house, and him and his grandma, or her grandma Nan, name's like Nanette, but everybody calls her Nan, they love each other and they always hang out and whatnot. But pretty much Alice starts out like hating Charlie. It's kind of like a not so much enemies, but like dislike to friends. So it's really cute. There's a lot of cute moments. Also, Alice is a photographer, and there's so many things that like I used to want to be a photographer, but it just never stuck, I guess. And I still love taking photos, but just for fun. And then I gotta read the first line. Honestly, it's just, oh, it's why I love taking so many photos and why my camera roll is filled with photos. So like, a great photograph makes you think you know the subject, even if you've never met. A great photo reaches out and pulls you inside the moment so you can feel, smell, and taste it. It just, literally, that's why taking photos, I love it. I don't care if they look bad, if it's a candid photo, if it's staged, what. I love taking photos. I want to remember I want to have the memory physically. Like, I feel like we're in a day and age where it's so lucky to be able to capture a moment and keep it forever. I just think that's so cool. And not a lot of people appreciate it as much, I feel like. And then also how we have it on our phones. I feel like taking actual photos and not worrying about what it looks like and setting up the perfect shot is a lot of fun. And that's why I started doing the whole taking my favorite photos from the month and printing them out and putting them in an actual album so I can look back at them at the end of the year and look at all my favorite moments of the year. I love it. I love it. So this one was great. I should really, maybe I like this more than I think. But this one was great. I loved it. If you haven't read it yet, definitely read this by a lake or some sort of body of water, because the amount of times I wanted to go hop into the lake or a pool or something while reading this was silly. But yeah, that was the last book I read for June, and that is it. Also, I just want to kind of touch on, I've watched Solo Leveling, I think the last couple months. Obsessed. I'm actually rewatching it right now. It's so good. If you haven't watched it yet, you like anime. It's like gamer. It's so good. Anyway, and I'm also filming this on a day where I have actually just recently watched K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm also obsessed. It's going to be my new personality trait. So freaking good. If you haven't watched it yet, just watch it. The songs in there, I've been listening to them nonstop. Okay? Listen to them this morning on the way to work and listen to them on the way home. And it's so good. Even my husband, he heard a song from there and he actually downloaded it this morning and was texting me some of the lyrics to me when I was at work. He's going to watch it later. He has no choice. But I think he's going to like it. Anyway, so that's my wrap up for June. And like the first 2 days of July for the movie at least. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!